Hi guys, how are you? This is Happy Chalkers and I'm LUCYALIA. I'm going to be your host tonight as well as your designer. So I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. I don't know if you saw what we did the last time, but I promised you that we were going to do today something different. Not that I haven't done it before, but that I wanted to show it to most of you. And what we're going to do is a onesie. Now, I didn't get one from my company, but that's okay. We're going to work on a white onesie, show how we could work with two different screens and cut them up and, you know, make them work together. Okay. So I hope you're all out there. I first want to turn on my notifications. I want to see if I can see you guys. So, you know, sometimes we've gotten things a little more together as far as the issues we were having. But, okay, look at that. It's working. Yay. We're ahead of the game. All right. Hey, amiguita, how are you? So tonight is Spanglish night, guys. That means that part of me is going to be speaking English and the other half is going to be speaking in Spanish. Okay. Hola, ¿cómo están? Este programa hoy se llama Happy Chalkers. Yo soy la anfitriona de esta noche. Yo me llamo LUCYALIA y también soy la diseñadora para ustedes esta noche. Hoy vamos a trabajar en una camisita de bebé. Algo un poco diferente a lo que hacemos normal. Dame apagar el Easy Press este. Gonna shut off my Easy Press because it's beeping. So, quédense conmigo. Ok. So, yo voy a virar la cámara para que ustedes vean lo que estoy haciendo. The camera's going to get turned today, people, so that you could see what I'm actually working on. So, here goes the onesie. Oh, there goes my water. So, this is going to be the onesie that I'm working on. I decided in white because I figured, you know, that it would, any color I put on it will be nice and bright, right, guys? And I'm going to be using a screen print just because it's fun. I do have new screen prints that came in. I'm going to show them to you very soon. Meaning the next time I come on air. So we're going to be using this, which I think it's hilarious. I think it's so funny. Don't grow up. It's a trap. I think that is great. So this is what we're going to be using. And I wanted to show you guys this. Now, this is something that I've explained several times before, but I don't think I've really shown it. I think I've shown it once maybe, but not with a full explanation. That the good thing about our screens are that they have little perforated lines. You see that? And that shows me where I can cut. So this screen brings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? Does it bring 8? It brings 9. So it brings 9 pieces there. And so I'm going to cut this up. Now, if I was going to use this, my happy masterpiece, I could combine all this together, right? But if I want to use this screen and I want to add something to it, I can take it out of this screen and add it to this screen. And so that works with all our screens. With all our screens, you can do, you know, those type of changes, okay? That you can cut up as many screens as you need to create the design that's in your head. And that's what makes this even more fun. On top of that, you can, create your own thing. Like I always say, your own way, your own style, because you're putting your own colors and, you know, you could put your own little decoration on it. Okay, all right, so we're gonna start. I am going to be using, let me get one so you can see. I am gonna be using ink today, not paste. So we use paste when we're doing any frames, if we're working on wood, anything like that, we use paste. Normally ink is for fabrics, t-shirts. Casi siempre cuando usamos la tinta, porque también tenemos pasta. Cuando usamos la tinta es para las telas, como vamos a decir una cartera, un paño, ropa de bebé, camisetas, ahí sí que podemos usar la tinta, ahí debemos usar la tinta. Cuando estamos usando, vamos a decir, algo para donde poner una foto, algo así de madera, algo de madera, ya ahí vamos a usar la pasta. Alright, now ink is permanent, guys. You know, when you're working with ink, this is what I like to do. I like to really look and be sure where I'm using my ink, how I'm using my ink, so that I don't fuss while I'm using it, because it is permanent. And once you put it on your fabric, it's on your fabric. You can't wash it off. You can't wipe it off. It's there, which is good, right? Because then when you wash it, your design stays. Cuando nosotros usamos la tinta en tela, siempre es bueno tener un diagrama adentro de nuestra cabeza, cómo vamos a poner nuestro dibujo, porque cuando ponga la tinta es permanente y ya ahí la tinta se va a quedar siempre. Y eso es muy bueno, porque si tú vas a lavar esa tela, o sea que sea ropa o sea lo que sea, no se va a quitar el dibujo que tú hiciste, tu dibujo se va a quedar. So it is always a great thing. Okay, so we're gonna start with this. The only thing I didn't put on my table, but that's okay, it's right next to me. All I have to do is open the drawer and get it out. Is I am going to bring tissue paper. Tissue paper when we're doing this is very important. So let me get my tissue paper. And this is going to go here in the middle. Siempre que vamos a trabajar con ropa, con tela, con cualquier cosa de tela, siempre vamos a usar de este tipo de papel. Este es el papel que usan la gente que corta carne. No sé decirlo en español, perdone. Pero siempre tiene que ser cierto papel. Porque si el papel tiene grasa, o sea, lo hacen con grasa. Si tiene grasa, te va a dañar la pieza. So, Chris va a poner un link ahí que ustedes pueden seguir para conseguir el papel apropiado. So, this butcher paper is not the regular butcher paper that you would get anywhere. You have to be really careful when you buy butcher paper, because if it has any wax, any oils on the paper itself, which butchers use paper that are waxed and have other things on it, that really is not good for fabric. So Chris is gonna put a link that you guys could go to when we're done, and you can go to that link if you need butcher paper, so that you get the right butcher paper and it doesn't ruin what you're doing. Esta noche voy a usar mi Easy Press, pero si no tienen un Easy Press, pueden usar su plancha. Este es el Easy Press. También te vamos a poner un link para que ustedes puedan comprar uno si lo necesitan. So we're going to we are going to be using an Easy Press. But if you do not have an Easy Press, you can use your iron at home. Now, if you get really into chalking, I recommend having an Easy Press. If you don't have an Easy Press, doesn't matter. You can still use your iron. I just personally like the Easy Press because I could put all the timing the way that I want it, and depending on the fabric, I could put all the timing. But again, you don't need it. If you have an iron, that's good enough. Si tienen una plancha, ya eso es suficiente. Si no tienen otra forma de trabajar con calentar la pieza. We need to heat up the piece for one or two reasons. One is so that we could iron it out. Two is so that we can make sure that the ink seeps in through the fabric. So usamos la plancha por dos razones principales. Número uno es, claro, para planchar la pieza. Pero número dos es también para que la tinta quede permanente. Con el calentón es que ella va a quedar permanente, si no, cuando lo laven se va a salir. Hay otra razón por qué lo hacemos. Lo hacemos para abrir las fibras de la camisa y para que entre la tinta dentro de las fibras. Yo trabajo haciendo mi gráfico a través de unas máquinas que tengo, y trabajo como, no sé decir printora, no sé si esa es la palabra, pero es lo que hago y he hecho por muchos años. So, utilizo la lógica que tengo la experiencia de muchos años de trabajar con esos tipos de tinta y lo utilizo aquí en Chalk. So as you guys know, I'm a designer, multi-creative, they call me. I'm a multi-creative because I work with different of the talents God has given me. But I was saying that as a printer, when I'm using any transfer, and I don't mean screen print, but when I'm using any transfer, we need to open the fibers of the shirt that we're using. And the way we do that is by applying heat. So I am still going to approach this the same way that I do. I've been a printer for many years, and I mean many years. So we're going to open the fibers, and the way we do that is with heat. We apply heat, which irons the shirt and at the same time opens the fibers, which means that it's going to accept the ink into the fibers faster, easier, and absorb it a little better. All right. Tenemos unas tablitas que usamos que entramos aquí dentro de nuestra compañía para mantener esto que no se nos mueva. Pero si acaso no podemos utilizar eso, no hay que preocuparse si no lo tienen todavía, si no le ha llegado todavía y ustedes lo ordenan. No hay que preocuparse. Mientras tanto pueden usar el tissue paper. Okay. So if you guys do not have our boards to put between your t-shirt or your onesie or your fabric, you could utilize the tissue paper in the meantime, because you want to keep the ink from crossing over from one side of the shirt to the other. I like the board because our boards are very sticky, so they hold the t-shirt in place so it doesn't move on you. So I like our boards a lot because it keeps that from happening. We have construction going on in my house. That's why sometimes it's very hard for me to get things on a daily basis because I never know where they're putting it. But anyway, el papel es también para que no se pase la tinta de un lado a otro en la camiseta. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring you here so you can see what I'm going to do. So I'm going to stick these two tissue papers, and you see it's two, I'm going to double it. Voy a poner dos debajo. Ok. So, no se me quiere quedar aquí, el aire me lo está volando. The air conditioner wants to blow this paper away. Ok. So vamos a abrir esta pieza. We're going to open this piece. And we're going to put these two tissues in there. That's going to keep the ink from crossing over to the other side. Okay. Esto va a no permitir que la tinta se cruce de un lado a otro. Okay. We're going to flatten it out. Vamos a aplastarlo bien aplastadito. Okay. Make sure our tissue paper is nice and open. Asegurarnos que el papel está completamente abierto adentro para que quede bien plano, so that it stays nice and flat. Make sure the back of your onesie is nice and flat. That way it lies nicely, just like it is right now. Okay? All right. Now, guys, what I do is always, again, just this is the way I do it, is that I put these two things together. And I do it the other side. I put these two things together. I hold here. And I kind of rub that little center. And the reason is so I can get a line that shows me the middle. Yo doblo esto de hombro a hombro. From shoulder to shoulder. Y lo aprieto aquí. I squeeze it there. Para que me dé la línea del centro. That way I have the line that shows me the middle of this onesie. I am going to iron the onesie here so that I can get some of this. Let me turn it on, the press, so that I can get it nice and flat without the creases. Voy a plancharlo para quitarle esas líneas de cuando estaba doblado primero, para que la tinta caiga bien. This way the ink falls nicely. For now, I'm going to put us as a duplicate. And again, y'all know that lately this has been a little bit of a pain, but it's starting to work a lot better. We're going to wait for the easy press to get a little hot. It was hot, but I wanted it hotter in order to do this. I'm going to move this over to the side here. And I'm going to iron this piece now. We want the ink to lay flat. We don't want it to hit these bumps because that could change the way it comes out. So we're just going to lay it flat. We're going to take our tissue paper and put it on top. Vamos a ponerle el papel encima para proteger la camisa. This protects your onesie or t-shirt or fabric, whatever it is that you're using. We don't have to keep it too long, but what we want to do is flatten it out a little bit. No tenemos que mantenerlo mucho tiempo, pero queremos aplastarlo un poco. Okay. That should be enough. Eso debe ser suficiente ya. Más o menos. Estamos bien. Estamos bien. I still see my little corner there because I didn't iron all the way up. No planché ahí, so ahí se me quedó la línea. Voy a coger este papelito y lo voy a poner para el lado por ahora. Gonna put this down away from me for now. And I am going to put this first, but let's cut all the pieces that we are going to use today. So, vamos a cortar lo que vamos a usar hoy porque yo voy a hacer una combinación aquí de screens. Ok, so la combinación viene siendo este. Algunos voy a sacar de aquí para poner aquí. I'm only going to take out a few from this screen to put it on this screen. El punto de esta noche es para yo enseñarle cómo trabajar con un onesie. The point of tonight is for me to show you how you can make this and use your chalk on a onesie. We have a lot of holiday screens, beautiful holiday screens. I did the big, mistake. We all do it. I should have ordered everything. I do have Halloween screens, and we are going to start working with those next week, so stay tuned for that. Come back for that. La semana que viene vamos a traer o trabajar con algunos de los screens de Halloween. Eso va a ser la semana que viene. So, vengan para atrás para que vean eso. Alright guys, so we're going to start peeling this, and for the sake, so that you could really focus and see what's going on here, I'm going to change and put you solo with the bottom. That way you only see this, okay? Alright, so we're going to cut. You know that I love our scissors from Chalk. Me encantan estas tijeras. Son de nuestra compañía de Chalk. ¿Sabe por qué no se le pega la pega según voy cortando? So the glue doesn't get stuck to these. So I don't have the trouble that you would have when you use regular scissors and you would cut something that is sticky like our screens. The other thing is, I know if you guys have ever seen me do this, you know that we use a fuzzing cloth. With fabric, we don't do that. You do not need to fuzz it. Cuando van a usar tela, no tienen que usar la tela de fuzzing que yo he enseñado en otros videos. Cuando estamos trabajando con tela, no necesitamos quitarle la pega de atrás un poco. So guys, let me tell you a little bit about our company. Quiero hablarle un poco de nuestra compañía. DIY Company. Somos una compañía que pueden hacer, yo le enseño a ustedes cómo usar los productos para que ustedes puedan diseñar su casa a su forma con los colores que a ustedes les gustan. En el caso de hoy va a ser en tela. Now, even though we work with doing screens and furniture and stuff like that, because I am also going to be doing wood for you guys so that you guys could learn how to work on wood with this. Today it'll be on fabrics. It just shows you how versatile this is. Hey Chris, how's it going? You could just write me. You could just write, huh? Excuse me?
Looking great, yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So Alright, so this is the sticky part. Ustedes ven que eso está bien pegajoso, right? It's very, very sticky. And that's the part that we're gonna lay here. Now y'all know that I found that little middle. I'm going to find that middle here. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to put letter by letter. Make sure the letters match. So it's not the edges that I match, it's the actual letters. So vamos a pegar de letra a letra. No la esquina a esquina, de letra a letra es lo que yo voy a pegar. Okay, so let me find a good, make sure they really match. See that? Yo chequeo que se combinen bien, bien, bien. Y en la misma puntita de arriba lo voy a apretar. So I'm going to squeeze the very, very top of this. Just the very, very top. Okay? This makes it easier for you to find your middle. Eso se hace más fácil para que encuentren el centro. Porque esa línea la voy a pegar de esta línea. So this line I'm going to connect to this line, which is going to allow you to find your middle. That way you can center it properly. Así encuentran su centro y pueden poner su centro correctamente. Okay, now el centro mío está acá arriba, no aquí. So the center one is really here. I'm going to bring that down. Usually I bring it, I don't know, eyeball, where you think you would like it. Yo lo miro a ver si me gusta ahí, pero creo que lo voy a subir un chin. I think I'm going to bring it up a little bit. Okay. Now, I always eyeball it because sometimes they make the t-shirts, I don't know if you've ever noticed, or you ladies, when you're folding it after you wash, they could be a little wonky and they're not really centered right. A veces hacen las camisetas un poco off y no están combinadas correctamente cuando la cosen. Y a veces están un poco fuera de síntoma. Pero esto es el centro correcto. Solo vamos a dejar ahí hoy. But that is the actual middle of this onesie. Okay. Hoy voy a usar 4 colores. I'm going to use 4 colors. These are the colors that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using these 2 colors. I'm going to be using these 2 colors. And I haven't decided if I'm going to use a 5th color for this. I'll decide that after this is done. Después que yo haga esta pieza, voy a decidir si voy a usar otro color para esta pieza aquí. Creo que sí, que voy a usar otro color, pero por ahora lo vamos a hacer de esta forma. I'm going to pivot this just a little bit, just because the shirt is made a little off. La camiseta está hecha un poco fuera de síntoma, o sea, no está centrada cuando la cosieron. So, vamos a buscarle el centro aquí, la vamos a virar un chin, 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 bien poco. We're going to turn it just very, very little, very little. That way it at least appears to be centered here. You can't turn it too much because then it's not straight. No lo podemos virar mucho porque después no está derecho, pero por lo menos si lo viramos un poco va a aparentar esta derecha. O sea, va a aparentar que la cosieron bien. Okay, so at least it's going to give us the appearance that it was sewn properly, because it's sewn like more on this side than this side. I don't know if you guys could see that, but that's the way it's sewn, because that's the middle, as you guys saw. O sea que no la cosieron bien. All right. So what I'm going to do today is that I'm going to do a combination of colors, and I decided to do that because I feel like it needs to be fun, okay? I didn't realize this wasn't pulled off. That's okay. I would have preferred it, but it's not. That's all right. Había preferido que sí le habían quitado la tapa completamente, pero no hay problema. This is another one that has a cover on. No problem. Okay. I mean, they come with a cover. Vienen con una tapa para protegerlo. Pero después que yo lo uso, me gusta dejarle la tapa afuera. This one doesn't have the cover on it because I've used it so much. Kind of like to leave the cover off. This plastic thing I like to take off. Sometimes I don't in the beginning. Oops, I just dropped the phone. which means I just dropped Chris. Hey, Chris, how's your ear? Sorry about that. Oh my God, did it take her off? It took her off the phone. She's gonna have to write me. She says they're so awesome online. Okay. And we're using this yellow, so, right, like I showed you. But look at that. Is that not just so beautiful? Let me take the phone and close it. Because I dropped it, guys. Now, you guys know I do not like water baths. I am using a water bath today. Ustedes saben que no me gusta usar baño de agua para limpiar esto, pero esta noche sí voy a usar un water bath. Lo tengo al lado mío. The reason why I'm going to do a water bath is because I can't get to the sink. And if I can't get to the sink, that means that my screen needs to be washed and I don't want it to dry up on me because I am using ink. Yo no quiero que se me seque la tinta porque estoy usando tinta hoy. Y como estoy usando tinta, es preferible que yo use un water bath. Okay. So I'm going to start with the blue. And I'm going to kind of be a little messy with it. Voy a empezar con el azul. Y voy a utilizarlo en diferentes partes. O sea que no lo voy a hacer completo de ese color. The rest of the ink I'm going to put it back in my jar. El resto de la tinta lo voy a poner para atrás. Alright, let me just clean that and put it to the side. I do not want to mess up my... Okay, so entonces ahora voy a usar este color. And when I'm using colors like this, I use different squeegees for each color. So, siempre uso diferentes, cuando uso diferentes colores, uso un squeegee diferente en cada color. Now, you might be wondering why I'm using white on a white shirt. It's because I put it on top and it makes it into another color. ¿Por qué estoy usando tinta blanca encima? Voy a poner la tinta blanca ahora, después que ponga esta. Y quizá ustedes piensen, ¿por qué va a usar tinta blanca si tiene una camiseta blanca? Es porque se mezclan los colores y me combina un color nuevo. So, of course, I'm not going to put it yet. Okay. And let me try to hurry here. Voy ahora a coger el amarillo. I wanted to use a lot of color, even though fall is around the corner. But it's not here yet, guys. So I wanted to give your babies something fun. So if you guys are interested in doing what I do, you're seeing how easy this is. Chris is going to put links, but I always tell you guys, please contact me. Si a ustedes les interesa trabajar con lo como yo estoy haciendo ahora, le digo a ustedes que por favor se comuniquen conmigo a través de Messenger. Messenger, you can get me, guys, if you have any questions. There are 3 ways to do this. One way is to just go to the company, and I will put the link. Una forma de conseguirnos es ir a la compañía, pero yo le pongo el link porque ustedes van a ver el retrato mío en una esquinita a la mano derecha. Ya ustedes saben que llegaron a la diseñadora que te está enseñando. So on the corner there'll be a picture of me so that you know that you reached the right designer. And I would love to be your designer if you would like to join us. Now I'm going to put the white. Ahora voy a poner el blanco. No voy a poner mucho, pero voy a poner un alguito. I'm not going to put a whole lot of the white, but I'm going to put some. Okay, and then let's see how it comes out. It's always good. We experiment. Make sure my nail has color. Okay, make sure that color is not moving. So let's try this instead. Vamos a subirlo de esta esquina. Mira qué lindo está quedando. You see how nice that's coming out? I don't like the way the tea came out. I think it needs more. So we're going to apply a little more. Vamos a aplicarle un poquito más en esa T. Vamos a poner un poco más de rosadito. We're going to put a little more of this color on that tea. Alright, that should be more than enough. Ahí estamos. Ok. Ahí estamos. La S también necesita un poco. The S still needs a little bit of an attack. I think I'm going to put yellow on that S. Right here on this little corner. It's fine. Just got to push it down a little bit. Ok, vamos a subirlo ahora, ven. That's the good thing. There's no mistakes. Look at that. Perfect. The U needs a little bit. Vamos a bajarlo de nuevo. Vamos a ponerle un color encima de la U. Ya tengo este color, so vamos a usar este. We're going to use the same color. And we're going to lift that up. Very nice. Look at that. Very easy to do, ladies. Very easy to do, everyone. Esto es fácil hacerlo. Quiero que este me salga más oscuro, so voy a poner un poco más ahí. So I'm going to put a little more there because I do want this to be a little darker up here. Okay, so I'm going to put a little more of this red ink because I think it's doing a great job, this red ink, in doing some of these finishes and pushing the rest of the ink down. So vamos a subir esto ahora, a ver. Perfecto. I love the way it came out. What do you guys think? I'm going to put this in my water bath. I have it right next to me because I don't want the ink to mess up my screen. Lo voy a poner en agua, el screen, porque no quiero que se me dañe el screen. That way I could get a lot of uses out of that screen. Así puedo utilizar mucho más el screen que acabo de poner en agua. So what you guys thinking? What is that? An attack? Laugh out loud. An attack of what? Oh, graffiti attack. Yes. Yes, it is a graffiti attack. I just thought it would be nice to do some graffiti with this. I thought it would be great, right? What do you think? I hope you guys like it. Ojalá que le guste la idea que he tenido de hacer esta combinación. Me encanta cómo ha salido esto. Ojalá que a ustedes le encanten también. So we're not done. We are now going to blow dry this. Vamos a secarlo. Porque antes de secarlo, queremos asegurarnos que antes de ponerle la plancha, queremos asegurarnos que esa tinta se quede pegada. No que vaya a quitarse y dañando la plancha. You don't want to mess up your easy press. You want to make sure this is dry. Even though we're putting a, we're going to put the paper on this, but we still want to make sure that it's good. Aunque le vamos a poner el papel encima, queremos asegurarnos que se quede bien and it doesn't mess up your easy press y que no te dañe el easy press, but that it also doesn't smear on your shirt. Y que también no se traslade en la camisa según tú le pones el papel. Es mejor secarlo y asegurarnos que está bien seco. Okay, so we're going to keep drying this. Let me bring myself in view. First, I want this to be the first view. Sorry, guys. Here we go. So what do you think? It looks like graffiti. Oh, okay. Growing up is a trap, y'all. Yes, I wish I had the letters. I could put y'all right there. I had thought of the same thing. Those colors look awesome, right? Don't they look great? I so agree with you. I'm glad you like it. I think they came out great. And you see what the white did? I'm going to show you. I'm going to put this really close. Le voy a enseñar a ustedes lo que hizo lo blanco aquí. Hopefully I could get some of this ink off my fingers. I could pick this up. Quitarme alguna tinta de mis uñas para poder levantar esto. Okay, y'all gonna bear with me so I can take some of this ink off my fingers. And while I do that, I will explain how everything works. You guys could always, if you love anything that you see and you'd like to try this yourself, you can, in my case, you could do 4 things. So you could go to our website and just purchase whatever it is that you like there and create your own thing. Or number 2, you could join our Chalk Club Couture, which is a subscription. This Friday I will be showing more about the subscription. So it's only $19.99 and you receive a kit, a little kit. So what I mean by a kit is you're gonna receive paste and you're gonna receive a frame, a screen. The screen is only for designers and subscribers. A person cannot purchase that online anywhere. It's made specifically for you. And of course, us the designers, because we are the ones that show you how to use everything. So that's the second way. The great thing is that in the month of August, your subscription is, your shipping is free. So if you want to buy anything extra from what arrived in the month, you can, and you're going to get free shipping. I mean, that's a great savings. On top of that, there's a lot of savings because they give you a lot of perks, a lot of sales, that they give you, a lot of special, breaks on stuff that they do monthly. They change it up monthly, so that you can get the best that you can get as far as this. The other way is if you become a designer. Now, if you become a designer like me, you're going to get 40% off everything, which I think is the best way to go. Because if you do that and eventually you decide, hey, you know what, I really want to join because I want to do the business, then that'll be great too. Now, if you decide you want to do that, please contact me and I will explain everything to you. I will give you the link to our opportunity group that we don't post. You can let me know and I will send you there. So contact me. It's the best way to go. So hay tres formas de, and then of course my VIP group, that's the fourth. So you can go into my VIP group where this month we're having a very fun contest where you're going to win a screen. You know, you have the chance to win a screen and to win some paste. So if you're interested in that, Chris will put the link up. Hay muchas formas de trabajar con nosotros y muchas formas de trabajar y muchas formas de utilizar o llegar de coger, vamos a decir, nuestras tintas, nuestro screen. La primera forma es vayan a nuestra tienda en la esquina de ella te va a poner, Chris te va a poner la dirección. Cuando ustedes vean esa dirección, recuérdense que en la parte derecha de arriba del screen, cuando lleguen a la tienda, está supuesto tener mi foto. Ahí ya ustedes saben que está en el sitio correcto con la diseñadora correcta, ¿sí? Y a mí me gustaría ver su diseñadora, me gustaría ser su diseñadora. La segunda forma es el Club Couture. Eso es una suscripción que nosotros ofrecemos. Ustedes van a recibir un screen mensual con 3 colores y te sale 3 paqueticos y te sale en $19.99 mensual. Pero también este mes se lo van a mandar con el shipping completamente gratis. Y siempre durante el mes tienen muchos ofertas para ustedes solamente. Inclusive ustedes reciben un screen que nadie más recibe más que la diseñadora. Porque la diseñadora lo recibe para poder enseñarle a ustedes cómo hacerlo. Es la mejor forma de decorar su casa y también de hacer onesies si quiere para su bebé. Y claro, la mejor forma es si ustedes quieren trabajar como diseñadora. Ya en ese momento ustedes me escriban ahí en el mensajero y yo les explico todo cómo es que funciona. ¿Ok? Para que ustedes también, que es la mejor forma que ganarse su platica hoy día con lo que está pasando. Porque en esta compañía todavía estamos, mire, corriendo fuerte. We're still booming when it comes to what we're doing. So if you want that little extra cash, or if you need to start a new career, or you need something additional to your career, come to us. I promise you, you will love it. Just hit me up and I'll explain everything. We can have a conversation and find something maybe that you would like to try. Okay, con eso, what is that? Getting an exclusive transfer design is awesome. Yes, it is. It is awesome. Okay, so ya esto debe estar seco. Vamos a tocarlo a ver. This should be dry by now. Still a little sticky. But I think we could get away with that. Okay, está un poco pegajoso, pero creo que podemos defendernos. So this is what I want to use. I want to use these. They're so cute, these curly things, right? So we're going to use these curly things. That's what we're going to do. Vamos a usar estos por aquí en la pieza. Y ya sabemos que son bebés. Right? ¿Qué es lo que quiere el bebé? Este bebé no quiere ponerse vieja porque dice que es una trampa. Eso es lo que dice ahí. No crezca porque es una trampa. So we're going to put golds. Chris, how do you say golds in Spanish? I'm sorry, that's not a word that I know. As much Spanish as I know. For some reason, never thought of the word golds. So please figure that out for me. What is it? Say that again. Oro. No, not gold. No, gold. Yeah, not gold. Alright, so vamos a ponerle este dibujito ahí. And we're going to find a place where we're going to put golds. I'm probably going to put it on the bottom to make it interesting, right? That's this baby's goal. We're going to give it a go. We're going to put gold. Alright, so we are going to peel this out. And let's see how I lay this. Ok, vamos a ver cómo lo voy a poner. Donde yo lo veo mejor. So I'm going to put you in a solo screen again, guys. Yo no lo quiero poner muy lejos. I don't want to put it too far. I want to put it like somewhere there. Y lo que vamos a hacer es que vamos a coger mi palito porque no tiene pintura, está limpio. We're going to take my pointing stick and we're going to measure it here. I'm going to try to get a little line here so that we can get... I used to have a little light that used to make the line, but it kind of burned out. Yo tenía una lucecita que te daba la línea bien correcta, pero se me dañó. So, vamos a ver cómo ponemos esto. Vamos a mirarlo, vamos a medirlo. We're going to measure it a little bit. Kind of think I'm off just by a smidgen. So we want to get it really straight. Vamos a medirlo porque queremos que nos quede bien. Okay, so let's try to get it as straight as possible. Let's try to get that angle as best we can so that it matches as good as possible. To me, by eye, this looks a little off. So I think that I'm just going to do it by eye. That's what I'm going to do. Lo voy a hacer de ojo porque como que no me quedó muy correcto así. Me gusta más así. Creo que así estamos mejor. I think this looks a lot better. What y'all think? Oh, you're laughing. No, not gold. He thought I said gold. Metas. Esto quiere decir metas. So vamos a poner la meta del bebé ahí en el centro, en la parte de abajo. Okay. Okay, I think that looks good. Vamos a ver. Let's see this. Looks pretty straight. I'll measure this corner with this one. Not too bad, not too bad. We're going to try it. Vamos a ponerlo así. Okay. Se ve lindo. Creo que lo que voy a hacer es I think that it should be one color. Un solo color vamos a ponerle. But I really think that it should be our gold. Vamos a ponerle oro aquí y un chinchín de oro por aquí. We're going to put gold here. We're going to make the word golds in gold. And then we're going to put just little drops of gold in the lettering. I just think that would look really, really great. And so that's what we are going to do. Ok. Vamos a ponerle esto aquí. Gonna put gold here. We're gonna do it at the same time. Let's make sure we press down. Vamos a apretar bastante para abajo. Para que así pase de un lado a otro. Y vamos a coger el exceso. We're going to pick up all the excess ink. We don't want to lose ink. There's no need. Aquí no se desperdicia la tinta. Aquí la recogemos y la volvemos a guardar. Okay, so we're going to pick up the ink and we're going to put it in here. I'm going to make sure my fingers are clean. I'm going to lay this on the paper. And we're going to start lifting. Como este es el que está encima, ese es el que voy a recoger primero. That's the one on the top. That's the one I'm going to lift. Love that. That came out great. Going in the water bath. Lo voy a poner en el agua, porque como le dije anteriormente, aunque no me gusta usar mucho el water bath, no quiero que se me dañe el screen. I don't want my screen to get ruined. I'm going to use my water bath. Okay, now I'm going to lift this. Very nice. I'm very happy with the way that came out. Very happy with the way it came out. It came out perfect. Right, guys? What do you think? Looking pretty good. Se está viendo muy lindo esto. Okay, now we're going to put golds. But before we put golds, what do we do, guys? We're going to dry it. So, antes de poner la palabra metas, vamos a secarlo. I'm going to put my lid back up while I do this. Ponerle la tapa. Que no se me seque. So yeah, guys, feel free to contact me. If not, if you would prefer, you can put this on the bottom. I'm sorry, let's do that. Let's try that one more time. Okay. Si quieren más rápido, pueden poner esa palabra abajo para ser parte del club. Lo tienen que poner abajo esa palabra club. Si quieren que lo añade, porque vamos a decir quieren estar en el grupo VIP, pongan add me, ahí está escrito. Y pongan team si quieren convertirse en una de las diseñadoras. Nosotros le damos entrenamiento gratis. Your training as a designer is completely free. So contact me. You will love this. Let me take this off because I'd like you to see what I'm doing. Y vamos a ponerle ahora esto. Claro, esto está seco ya. Muy bien. Ok, so vamos a ponerle las metas. We're going to put the gold. This is already dry. We're good to go. Let me see where I'm putting the word gold. I still like to look for my middle. A mí siempre me gusta buscar el centro. Es mi forma de trabajar. So vamos a buscarle ese medio. Yep, let's fix that. And I'm going to go here. Yes, I am. And I'm going to slide it down. So empecé de allá arriba y lo bajé para abajo. A través de los huequitos estoy viendo dónde está la palabra. Para asegurarme dónde lo voy a poner. Mirar un poco por el ladito. Ok, a mí como que me gusta ahí. I think it looks good there. I was looking through the sides. Gonna lift this a little bit. I want to see where. Because we want to kind of want to get it in the middle, but we want to get it in between these two flower thingies. I think if I ever do this one again, what I'm going to do is, la próxima vez que lo hago, voy a poner la palabra meta primero. Next time I will put the word gold first. That will help me to put this even better. Maybe. Lift a little bit. Okay, that looks good. Okay, we're going to put some of the gold on that. Vamos a ponerle dorado ahí. Y esto lo que voy a hacer que lo voy a arreglar de otra forma. I'll eventually just put some of the things there. Probably put some flowers. Quizá le ponga flores. No hoy, pero en un futuro. Para que se vea hasta mejor. That way it'll look even better. Okay, let me take some of this ink, put it in there, and here we go. Wow, qué lindo. Eso sí quedó bonito. ¿Qué ustedes piensan? What do you guys think? It came out really good. I am going to put it close to the camera. I just want to blow dry that before I pick it up. I don't want this to get ruined. So let's try that. But here's the piece. I think it came out really great. I do make little tutus, which I think this will look great, right? With a little tutu. Yo hago tutus y me encantaría ponerle uno porque se vería muy lindo. Now, I told you guys I was going to show you how I clean the screen, but this is different. This is in water because it's ink. I can't clean it on the table. Friday, I'll be able to clean a screen on the table. So when you come back Friday, I'll be able to show you how I clean the screen directly on the table just by spraying this. So le voy a enseñar este viernes cómo yo limpio el screen y lo voy a hacer en la mesa en vez de hacerlo en un baño de agua. So, regresen el viernes. Y no se olviden, comuníquense conmigo. Es la mejor forma es comunicarse conmigo y yo le doy todas las contestas que ustedes necesitan para dirigirlo a donde ustedes quieren estar. So, if you contact me, I'll be able to direct you. You'll get all the information that you need. I'll answer all your questions and that will help you to decide where you'd like to be. I would love to be your designer, so I would love to see some of you join me. So anyway, have a good night, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you Friday. All right. Ojalá que les gustó este segmento y los vemos el viernes. Por favor, regresen el viernes para ver lo que voy a hacer.